Fable 5 was supposed to disappear. Instead, this stream turned into a tour of everything I have been building: a living room game console, a second brain, resurrect games, and AI workflows that sometimes save the project and sometimes absolutely do not. Here is the progress recap. The deeper stories are coming next, and we will keep building live on the next stream. What do you mean rip Fable 5? I was about to start using it for the first time for gamedev. Oh, you haven't heard? It's over today. No more Fable 5. Today's unless they extend it one last time, Fable 5 is leaving the subscription. So if you're on the $200 plan like I am, you will not be able to use it starting tomorrow. It will still be available if you want to pay token prices, which are insane. So if I try a new chat, right, and I go, let's go Fable 5, included until July 19th. What day is it today? July 19th. After that, switch to usage credits to continue using it. It's been a busy stretch, guys. I shipped a lot. Started 2 ambitious experiments, which I don't know why they call experiments, because they're going to be legit projects. I'm just starting off slow, make sure I get the foundation right. And I built a better way to learn from everything I watch. Ooh, I haven't talked about that yet. But yeah, my knowledge pipeline. We'll get into that more. You guys remember Slipbox? This is related, kind of. I've been watching my shorts. Do some of them look like they're written and done by AI? Some failed experiments as well. Vibe bots became physical. First-person bunker, hammer, scaffold building, floors, stairs, elevator raids, and Fire TV controls. That's right. I wanted to play my biggest game, the one I put the most time into. Got a lot of feedback from my nephew and my brother. I wanted to play it on my TV. When my other nephews and niece came over, and it didn't work with my remote control, so I did a little bit of work there. We have accounts now. My first game where I actually bothered to put accounts in. So right now we support Google single sign-on. Let me sign in and see if I can get my saves. Didn't work, but login does work. You just have to go to the right URL. So I said Vibebots repo, and then it went here, but that's wrong. We've actually changed, I gotta sign in. We've actually changed our domain. In order to do auth, we needed a real domain. So this is where you wanna go now. Boom, fixed. Now go here and you can sign in. I've already signed in, I believe, on this browser, but if not, you would see the button here, and then you can load cloud saves. ECG console, it's a game console. Specifically, I went to Costco, and you know what Costco's selling now? I'll give you a hint. It was one of the top selling consoles last holiday season. Was sold on Amazon first, I think, but now it's at Costco as well. It's called Nex Playground. It's this little guy right here. Have you guys seen this? It's $300 with a 1-year subscription, I think. Okay, Best Buy has it as well. But I kind of gave away the problem with it. Subscription. Unfortunately, you got to pay every year. It does have licensed games because of it. We played with my daughters, 2.5 now, played a Bluey game, which was pretty cool, in the Costco store. They got Ninja Turtles, Barbie, Sesame Street, Gabby's Dollhouse. So that's pretty cool. But I thought, I bet you I could vibe a motion connect game like these. I guess I didn't explain it. Yes, it is, your body is a controller. Does that sound familiar? If you know what that is, you're old. It's from Xbox Connect, Xbox 360 back in the day. Yeah, so it's got a little camera in there, wide angle, I think, and it captures you playing in your room. It's pretty cool, sleek little device. I'm actually kind of impressed now that I've done some research on how they fit everything in there. But yeah, this little camera right here tracks your body. But yeah, motion games, they're coming back. But I was like, this has to be solved, tracking, body tracking with just a webcam, right? That has to be something that people are already doing in the open source community, right? It's gotta be. And sure enough, there's a lot of stuff out there. So I also wanted to put a retro box emulator in my living room. So I figured, why not put both? All right, next up, channel knowledge base grew up. I don't know if I talked about this one before or not, but I did vibe code a channel knowledge base that tracks all of my YouTube videos, my shorts and long form, the last, what has it been, 6 years? However long it's been that I've actually had this YouTube channel. And everything from unboxings to 36-hour game jams. It pulled them down. It used Whisper to grab real transcripts, like word for word transcripts of the streams, of the videos, whole knowledge base. So I could say, have I ever talked about X? Have I ever talked about ABC, right? And it will be able to find it through all my videos, which is cool. And splice them into an actual decent short. But today or yesterday, I started doing something else. I said, I've been doing this for a while where I watch a YouTube short or a YouTube video about something, business or AI or some thought exercise, some philosophical thing. And I'm like, wow, I love this. I really learned something from this. I want to capture a note of this. Wait, I have a note capturing device, a second brain called Slipbox. There's a short about it if you want to go learn more about it. Why don't I put notes from my watched videos into my Slipbox as like ideas, like pull insights out of other people's videos, and then it puts it in the Slipbox second brain, and then it does the thing it does where it weights them and connects them and tells me if there's a string between two different ideas, creates overall meta thoughts that connects across the cloud. I'll show you more about it, but so now that's really helped me and got me back into actually putting ideas in Slipbox. So channel knowledge base has grew up. Next up, Flatline and Letgo Evolve, 2 games reboots that help me keep exploring small focused web game ideas. So I want to relate this one back to the hoops game. I originally thought it'd be really cool to have an arcade basketball game, just shooting hoops in 3D. It'd be great. And I think with one of the earlier Claude models, I did it, and it was garbage. The physics weren't right. It fell on its face. But I just vibed it, didn't really spend any time, didn't put much into it. Went back to it probably 6 months later, and with the new Claude models and my new way of scripting and my new spiral way of tracking projects and stuff, I gave it another shot, came out really well. I ended up putting a bunch of ideas into it, different game modes. I put my nephew and niece's face as unlockable balls. Cool stuff. Well, another project that kind of failed, that again, I had an idea and I just gave it to Claude. It ran off, tried to build it, and it sucked. And then I was like, tried to pivot it to like a Doom game, still sucked. And it was just like, I don't know what was wrong with it at the time. Like, I think I just like had bad context or something, but it just could not make an actual Doom clone where it like generated like, a full level with guys popping out everywhere and pickups and stuff. It just was stuck in one room, and it could, like, 2 guys would pop up and then die. But that game was based on an idea of kind of mimicking the art style of Mouse PI. What's it called? Mouse PI for Hire. So I saw, again, a YouTube short about how they kind of animated this game, which was pretty sick. And so I was like, well, that'd be really cool if I had a vibe-coded shooter like this, but it doesn't have to be like a story-driven thing. It could just be like a simple Doom shooter. So that was the idea, and Flatline is what I called it. So long story here, but I essentially gave Claude another shot at it. Maybe I even used some codecs in there, and I said, start from scratch, take the learnings from my more recent games, and here's what I actually want. And it did it. It built it. It came out nice. It's pretty basic. I could iterate on it. I could fix some bugs and stuff, but it did it. And then I said another idea that I had. So Santiago, Space Chakra, has been experimenting with 3D modeling, and so have I, and being able to cut pieces off of models. You guys saw it in Bone Cleaver. Why not Legos? It's kind of a disconnect there, but think about it. Like, why not make a Lego type game? They make Lego games, and they're fun and addicting, and the Legos splatter apart, and they lose an arm, they lose a body, whatever. You pick up pieces. Why not do a Lego game? So obviously it's a knockoff Lego game, but instead of 2D mouse PI looking art, do 3D Legos, and it did it. I called it Letgo. Lego, Letgo. So both of those games are out there. Breaking news from my chat. Fable's not going away on Max. Oh, really? Nice. Did they announce that? Fable 5 Max subscription. Beginning tomorrow. Oh, nice. Yes! Where's the actual Anthropic page? Oh, the 17th. Oh, but it's on Twitter. Beginning July 20th. Claude 5 will be included in all Max and Team Premium plans at 50% off limits. Pro and Team Standard users will continue to have access to Fable via usage credits. Such as Team and Max. I don't know what Team Premium is, but yeah, Max. Okay. And it stays at 50%. That's fine. Yeah, I got Max. Is Max the $200 one or is Max the $100 one? Claude Code Max. I always forget the other two plans. So Max is 100. Max 20X is 200. Wait, do they have two Max plans? Apparently, it's not going away for people with Max plan. And it's not officially like on their website announced, but on their Twitter, it says that anyone with a Max plan can still use Fable 5 starting tomorrow. So, I don't know. I don't want to, kill your late night vibing or whatever. You should still use Fable 5 as much as you can today, but don't be sad because tomorrow it'll be here as well. X plus control for new projects. The decision skill keeps the project context, but gives me explicit multiple choice decisions, pros and cons, and a recommendation that has been useful when starting something new. The way I work, with Spiral and even without Spiral, there's always task-driven stuff. You've done some research, there's a bunch of stuff that could be done, so I would paste this one. Complete as much of our planned tasks on your own following our practices. Leave any questions for me in a new doc. Work autonomously until I return. I've been doing this one before I go to sleep, so I don't have to just babysit it, right? This started back with the Ralph loop, the Android loop, and then Spiral. Nowadays, they love running long-running tasks. These new models, Soul, Fable, even Opus is pretty good about long-running tasks, or long-running goals, really is what I should say. Give it a goal, you literally /goal. I want you to finish this game, like something high level, and then it breaks down all the tasks until it's done. Soul and Fable both have that. They both accomplish tasks in different ways. Some are better than others, but I like to break down the tasks first with Soul, especially because it does better if you check its work. So if you have any ideas or questions or decisions that need to be made, put it in a doc for me and I'll answer it later. As a way for it to prevent it from creating the original version of Flatline or the Bad Hoops game, where it's like it gets it done, right? It spent a lot of tokens, but it made bad decisions, and I didn't check it along the way, right? So the skill that you're seeing on screen here started as a second command that I would run when I get back. So it did a bunch of stuff, and I would say, ask me the questions from that doc live and provide multiple choice answers for me to choose. Explain the pros and cons of each. So I just said, turn this into a skill. And this is the skill. Run an interactive decision assistant that asks 2 multiple choice questions at a time with pros and cons and a recommendation for each. Why 2? Because on one of my projects, you'll see later, I had 18 questions or something to get through. And so it was taking forever. Especially, I was using Fable. No, I was using Soul for that, but it was, for whatever reason, really slow to access the question stock and then give me the question. So I was like, give me 2 at a time. Could probably do 4 at a time, but yeah, so I'll show you that. It's a great way to work with these models now. Multiple choice. All right, I'm gonna say simplify, my favorite Claude command here. It's gonna spin up a bunch of, 3 agents, I think. We're gonna check for different things. It's gonna clean up the code, clean up the docs, make sure we're not missing anything major, and then we can commit. So check this out. All 4 reviewers, so it's 4, not 3s, all right? All 4 reviewers are running reuse, simplification, efficiency, and altitude. All apply the surviving findings once they all report back. Agent, review diff for reuse, finished. Reuse, review is in. 9 findings, mostly small, waiting for the other 3 before applying anything, so I can dedupe across them. Agent, review diff for efficiency, finished. Efficiency review is in. The standout finding is reusing one YouTube player acts across taps instead of rebuilding it each time. That's a pretty big one. Still waiting on 2 agents. Agent, sounds like a memory leak if it doesn't do that. Review diff for altitude, finished. Altitude reviews in. Strongest points, the audio slug convention being enforced nowhere. The fragile grep in the refresh script and the 1.2 seconds hold constant living in 3 layers. 1 agent left. Review diff for simplification finished. All 4 reviews are in. After deduping the hue filter helper, hold duration constant, and the docs duplication were each flagged by 2 to 3 agents. Wow. I'm applying the single reusable YouTube player, biggest tap latency win, derived state and dead code cleanups in app.js, voice clip caching, CSS custom properties for the palette, ID-based selectors instead of parallel ID class naming, default restarting removals. Imagine if I didn't do this step, guys. All right, the bigger pattern. The game's tools, knowledge pipeline, and living room hardware experiments are becoming one connective, creative system. I hope you can see that through this. This is just the recap. Not just making isolated projects anymore. I'm building a connected playground for games, tools, knowledge, and even hardware now. We'll get into that a bit more. Watch my other videos and shorts. But yeah, thank you for listening to my progress recap. The recap was only the start. Next up, can the Steam controller really replace a mouse? Can an agent shop for weird hardware? And can I make an animal video app toddler proof? Stay tuned.